Strange Tales. Another feature-length Human Torch epic. Prisoner of the Wizard. He was waiting for me. I've fallen into the wizard's trap. The Human Torch. Prisoner of the Wizard. Part 1. Look! The torch is blazing through the steel vault. He's trying to rob the bank. Then it's true. He has turned criminal. He must be stopped. But how? How? If the fools only knew the truth. But they suspect nothing. My plan is working perfectly. Our tale begins in a theater, where moviegoers are watching newsreel scenes of the latest exploits of the Human Torch. Say, remember that? The destroyer sabotaged the roller coaster, and the guy testing it would have been killed if the torch hadn't saved him. Editor's note. See the Human Torch in The Destroyer Strikes in Strange Tales number 101. And there's the torch forcing the commie spy sub to surface by flying low over the water and making it boil. And when the destroyer was caught, he tried to shoot his way to freedom. But the torch melted his gun before he could even fire it. Boy, I'll bet there's nobody who can defeat the torch. That fire guy is the greatest crime fighter in the world. Hey, you know who he is? Holy cow, it's the wizard. The Human Torch is indeed mighty. It will be interesting to match my powers against his. The wizard, a tall, gaunt figure whom we shall follow as he rides home. Fire is a powerful weapon, but I possess the greatest weapon of all, the world's greatest brain. Only a superior intellect such as I could have designed so ultra-modern a home. Only the wizard could create furnishings and devices that are years ahead of their time. Inventions such as this air chair, the ultimate in comfortable seating, have brought me fame and fortune. But my mental prowess extends further. I am the leading contender for the International Chess Championship. More laurels for Wizard. Creates new theory. Crowds mystified by Wizard's new trick. Millions offered for Wizard's new gadget. Wizard solves impossible puzzle. Competition won by Wizard. Only last month I pitted my skill against a former chess champion and an electronic calculating robot. Checkmate. Incredible. The Wizards won 10 games in a row. I have performed feats unrivaled by the greatest magicians. You mustn't try it. You'll be drowned. Nobody in chains can escape from inside a safe. Pah! Lock the door and drop me into the sea. He'll never do it. He's doomed. The water is starting to seep in. I must work fast. First, I eject the expandable saw from my ring. Powered by a tiny atomic motor, the unbreakable blade will saw through my chains in seconds. Now that I'm unshackled, I merely take out the capsule I was hiding in my mouth and unscrew the top to release its gaseous contents. The gas is my newest invention, a vapor that expands immediately upon contact with air, expands with such force that it can even break through a steel safe. And now I'm free. Yes, I have proven my mental superiority in countless ways. There is only one challenge left for me. To defeat the Human Torch. That will be my ultimate achievement. And ironically, at that moment, Johnny Storm and his pals are discussing the world-renowned wizard. Inventor, magician, chess champ. Boy, there's nothing that guy can't do. He's great. I'd sure like to meet him someday. You will, Johnny. Sooner than you think. Let's see. The first step is to find the Human Torch. Nobody knows his identity. So how... Wait, I have it. I'll put myself in some danger from which only he can rescue me. That way, I'll make him come to me. So a few days later. Extra! Wizard to dig world's deepest hole! Read all about it. Wizard creates new sensation. It says he's gonna try to reach the center of the earth. And a short time thereafter. What kind of drill is that? A new atomic power type. The wizard built it just for this project. Look, he's starting to dig. Driven by nuclear energy, the steel juggernaut bores deeper and deeper into the earth. Wow, look at him go. I'm far enough underground. Now I'll cause the cave-in. Good lord, the supports have broken. The wizard's trapped down there. Everyone on the surface will assume I'm trapped down here without air. They don't know this secret compartment of the drill contains enough oxygen to keep me alive for weeks. And at that moment, in the home of Johnny and Sue Storm. Sue Storm, better known as the Invisible Girl, female member of the Fantastic Four. Rescuers are trying desperately to reach the wizard before he perishes from lack of air. It seems hopeless. They'll never make it, sis, but the Human Torch can. Go there, Johnny. Hurry. Seconds later, a fiery figure is seen streaking over Glenville. I can spot the site of the cave-in from here. It's the Torch! He'll rescue the wizard in time if anyone can. Like a flaming demon, the Torch burns his way down into the subterranean depths. The intense heat of my blazing body can melt through this slag like a knife through hot butter. Until finally, my plan worked. Thank heavens you came. In another couple of minutes I would have collapsed from lack of oxygen. Hang on. I'll douse the flame from my arms and have you up on the surface in a jiffy. You've saved my life, and I'll always be grateful. As a token of my appreciation, I'd like to show you my home and the inventions I have there. I'd be very interested in seeing them. And so, the Human Torch falls into the trap. I've passed your house many times. It looks fabulous. Wait till you see the inside of it. Yes, fool. Just wait. This escalator operates by solar energy. It works so smoothly, I can't even feel I'm moving. Like a cat playing with a mouse, the wizard takes his time. Inside the house, he shows the Torch many wonders. These are special cameras, which I use to take three-dimensional photographs of honored guests, for souvenirs. May I snap a picture of you? Yes, of course. I'm curious to see how I'd look in a three-dimensional picture. Just stand still and you'll find out. All I have to do is press this button. What? And now, Torch, you're mine. Ha 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 ha. The Human Torch, Part 2, Wizard's Wiles. His flame almost entirely doused by the chemical solution, the bewildered Torch finds himself captured. What's this all about? You're my prisoner, and this is only the beginning. Turn around and start walking. I had this room prepared especially for you. Its entire surface is aligned with asbestos, so you won't be able to burn your way to freedom. And while you're locked in there, I'm going to destroy your reputation. I'm going to transform you into a criminal, despised by society, hunted by the police. Thus shall I prove that the wizard is any man's superior, even the Human Torch. You must have flipped your cork. You can't keep me in here. Open up. It's useless to protest. I am your mental superior, and I'm going to defeat you. Nothing can stop me. Nothing. This costume I designed has hundreds of jets which I can turn on automatically to burst into flames. However, the inside of the suit is lined with asbestos, so I cannot be burned. And with this miniature rocket motor to enable me to fly, I will be able to imitate the torch in every way. Small holes in suit allow jet fire to burn free. Rocket motor for lift and speed. And a few moments later, a fiery figure takes to the air. Its purpose? To discredit the legend of the Human Torch. Not one person in 1,000 can tell me from the real Torch. I cannot fail. Then, sometime later, a flaming figure storms into a bank. Hey, it's the Human Torch. Wonder what he's doing here. Holy cow, he's melting the steel vault. Torch, stop! Get back. The heat is intense. Maybe he's on some kind of mission that we don't know about. Mission my foot? He's robbing the bank. Stop him! The bullets melt as soon as they touch him. He doesn't feel a thing. He's leaving, and there's not a thing we can do to stop him. I never thought I'd see the day when the Human Torch would turn bank robber. It's going perfectly so far. Later, the flaming figure blazes his way through the wall of the state prison. Jumpin' crawfish! Look! That's the Joker who sent me up here. What's he want now? He's melting the locks of our cells. Sound the alarm! I must be dreamin'. I'm free. Hooray for the Human Torch. The fiery menace next appears on a bridge. I'll just set up a toll gate aflame. Why doesn't the torch let us pass? What's he up to? Beats me. A moment later, it becomes all too clear. The price for passing my gate is $100 per car. $100? To cross a bridge? Must be a gag. We'll have to back our cars up and take another bridge. And so the fantastic acts continue. That blasted Human Torch! He melted down our statue! Now he's riding in the sky. Down with law and order. Meanwhile, back at the wizard's house. The chemical solution is worn off. I can flame on again. The one thing the wizard doesn't know is that I can increase my heat for short periods of time, until nothing can withstand it. There! I've done it. I'm blazing like an inferno. Now my flame is intense enough to burn through the thin sheet of asbestos. I'm free! Now to find the wizard. Look! It's the torch! Get him! Don't let him escape! They're shooting at me! The wizard must have accomplished what he set out to do. I've got to be extra careful now. Flying angrily over the city, hoping against hope, the torch gets a lucky break as his keen eyes spot the occupant of a speeding taxi. The wizard. I found him. You got free? Well, it will do you no good. It's too late for you, Torch. Ordering the cab to stop for a moment, the wizard brazenly steps out and says, You do not frighten me, Torch. I know you would never harm an unarmed man. However, if you come to my house tonight, I'll be waiting for you, for our final test of power. I'll be there. But first, I must find a hiding place where I can change back to Johnny Storm. Then, I'm going to make a phone call that will defeat the wizard. A phone call? To defeat the wizard? What can the torrid teenager mean? That evening, the Torch keeps his appointment. Ah, he is here. Now my victory shall be complete. I'm going to further prove my superiority by giving you a chance to save yourself, but you will not take it. In my hand, I hold several photographs. They are photos of me getting into my fire costume and flaming. They are proof that I impersonated you. But the only way you can get these pictures is by using your flame to kill me. And I know you'll not do that. Or, you can flame off and fight me for the pictures as man to man. But then I would see who you really are and reveal your identity to the world. Or you can just remain as you are and watch helplessly as I set fire to these pictures. It's ironic that the only proof of your innocence will be consumed by fire, your own element. That's where you're wrong, wizard. I have powers you don't even suspect. I can make things move, without even touching them. Pah! That's impossible. Nobody can do that. Watch and see for yourself. The pictures, they're floating out of my hand. No, it can't be. It's impossible. My will is stronger than the laws of physics and nature. I am all-powerful. I have vanquished you, wizard. I challenged the Human Torch, and I lost. I'm beaten. Operator, get me the police. Later. Yeah, I see it all now. He sure had us fooled into thinking he was you, Torch. Well, I defeated the wizard. Thanks to you, Sue. I'm sure grateful that you joined me after I phoned you. If you hadn't been around to take those pictures out of the wizard's hand, he would have burned them. Then I never would have been able to clear myself. Skip the thanks, Johnny. After all, any other invisible gal would have done as much for her kid brother. The wizard sure was a brain, but he made the mistake of not realizing that no matter how smart a guy is, he can't ever think of everything. The end.